This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we're talking about is how Black women submit to every man, to all men. It's ironic that so many Black women have a problem with submission, but what they don't understand is that they submit all the time. And I'm specifically talking about single Black women, really. Black women with no cover, with no husbands, things of that nature, always submitting somewhere. I'm going to play a clip from Anton Daniels' live stream, okay? Shout out to Anton. This is about a 2.5 to 3 minute clip, and you're going to hear an older Black woman explain a situation that she was in recently. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you my perspective on her situation. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Here we go.
Because in my 3 weeks here, I've had some experiences that I give you a perfect example. I ran out of gas yesterday. Now, mind you, I'm in a country, I don't know nobody, and I'm learning. I take Spanish classes every day for 4 hours a day. But I was like, and to me, this is what life is about. I said to myself, I done ran out of gas. Now I got to figure out, I don't know nobody here. How am I going to get some gas, whatever? And so I start trying to translate with the woman whose house I was in front of. Now, I didn't understand a lot what she said, and she didn't understand. But what I did understand her to say is that you got to go into the center of town, get you a taxi, and then they can take you to get some gas and bring it back. So in my mind, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, that makes sense. But a taxi to me is probably going to cost just as much as an Uber. So I called an Uber. Now, in the midst of while I'm waiting for my Uber, I see that what a taxi was in that town is a whole bunch of people riding around on 3-wheel bicycles. You understand what I'm saying? And then it told me, oh, I could have got this done for much cheaper. But I didn't know. It was an experience I had to have to learn and grow. Okay, so then I get the Uber driver. And I do know enough Spanish to tell the Uber driver, I ran out of gas. I need to get gas and bring it back here. He got that. He took me to the gas station. He luckily had a gas can in his car. So I filled up his gas can. And then I said to him, okay, what are we going to put? You got a funnel? He says, no. And I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? He told me to go get a liter size. And he said it in Spanish, but I understood enough to know, go get a big bottle of water. Okay, so I went into the gas station place, got a liter of water. He took me back to my car. I poured it out. He had a knife. He ripped off the top of the bottle. We poured the gas in. I was on my way. Now, this is what I thought was the extraordinary part about it. I offered this guy.
Okay. So we took a listen to that lady talk to us about a situation that she experienced. She was in Mexico. She ran out of gas. She was trying to communicate with a lady whose house she was near. The lady basically told her what she should do. She calls an Uber driver, a man. This man basically goes out of his way to assist her in solving her problem, right? Now, a lot of people listening to this will be like, well, okay, well, he helped her. Why is this a submission? How is this submission? Right? How is it that she's, why is this problematic? It's problematic for several things, for several reasons, rather. First of all, the Uber driver helps her. This is a man, and this is why I tell women, you need men and or the systems of men in order to survive. So all of that, I don't need a man crap, boop, knock that all the way off. You got to knock that off. Black women have to start knocking that off because it's false. It's untrue. Now, this is a woman who earlier, just a few minutes prior to telling that story, was saying how she doesn't listen to men because she didn't want to be married and things of that. And I'm paraphrasing her. She didn't want to be married and things of that nature because she wasn't going to stop living. And she basically wasn't going to subject herself underneath the leadership of a man where she has to basically give an account of herself to this man. Okay, she wants to move how she's moving and do what she wants to do without being bothered with the encumbrance of including someone else, i.e. a man, in these plans and these things that she's doing, where he may have an input or may even attempt to restrict her on some basis. Maybe something is dangerous. Maybe he feels like she can't be protected or something like that, where he prohibits her from maybe doing something at some point. Now, and she even said, well, I won't even listen to my father in those circumstances because I'm not going to stop living. But the irony is, everywhere you go, you got men or the systems of men, if you're a woman, where you got to depend on that. You got to depend on them. She had to have trust in that Uber driver. The same trust that a lot of Black women, and this isn't just about her, so I'm not really just trying to pinpoint her or say anything about her specifically, but I'm using her example to demonstrate to the Black women that's listening to me. All of that, I don't need a man. It's ironic that you don't want to submit in a relationship because you don't trust and you got trust issues and this, that, and the third. But when you call upon these men to assist you, men that you don't know, you got to trust these men. That's the part that you're not looking at. That's the part that actually gets lost in the sauce while we're trying not to trust and trying not to deal with and submit to men who are personally in our lives, who want to marry us, who are married to us, and things of that nature. We go out and submit to every other man in his program. She had to submit to that man's leadership in that situation. And it doesn't matter that these are temporary situations where women are having to submit underneath the leadership and the guidance, the system, order, and structure of men, random men. Okay, and then y'all like to get upset when men say that the women should submit to the women in general should submit to the men in the community in general. Then y'all want to get into specifics. I don't want to submit to every man. You do it anyway, especially as a single woman, because this woman is in another country where she can't communicate fluently. Okay, she's in Mexico. She can't speak Spanish fluently. So she's having to sort of discern and try to decipher what's being said to her and hope that she has the correct understanding and hope that she's able to communicate things that she needs properly. Okay. So not only did this man help her, he gave her 3 of the 4 P's. She had to trust this man to give her provision, which was the ride into town to the gas station there and back. Problem solving. He the one with the gas can. He's the one that knew the area. He's the one that was able to take her. He even solved the problem of not having a funnel to put the gas into her car. So he's telling her what she needs to do in order to solve that problem. Protection. All of this has to be done safely. The going and the coming back. She wasn't harmed in the midst of trying to solve a problem that she probably could have avoided and should have avoided. And had she had covering and a man, that wouldn't have even happened. To be in a different country, and this woman is not a poor woman, to not be watching your gas hand and run out of gas. I don't even do that here. When my car gets to half, I'm at a gas station. We're not even doing that because if I have to jet or if I like get out of here, I can't be on E. You see what I'm saying? But this is all according to a man's foresight, which is what is missed when Black women talk about how they don't need a man. And then they start talking about their money. Money doesn't replace a man's foresight, nor his provision, nor his problem solving, nor his protection, nor his procreation. And she had to trust a man she couldn't communicate with fluently in a different country. She don't know him. She had to trust that this man was truthful, that this man was honest, that this man wasn't going to try to harm her, that he wasn't going to try to rob her or swindle her or take advantage of her after noticing there's no man. She doesn't speak Spanish well. She doesn't know the area. She doesn't know what to do. She had to trust that this man was on the up and up in every area. She had to trust him. And when he told her what to do, guess what she had to do? What he said. Because for all of her money and travels and life experience and all that kind of stuff, she couldn't resolve that problem. First of all, she didn't prevent the problem. That's a highly preventable problem. Running out of gas. You can see your gas meter unless your gas hand don't work. If your gas hand don't work, you got a different problem. You need to go get that fixed. So you can always know whether or not you got gas or not, and whether or not you can go where you're trying to go. You want to be stranded anywhere. Okay? Single women are always in a position to submit to not one man, but every man, at least in a temporary situation. Even if you having an issue, let's say you're a single woman and you're having an issue in your home and you need to call the plumber, or you need to call some type of maintenance man or something like that. Okay, he's performing a service that he's getting paid for, true enough. But the fact of the matter is, you don't even have the cover of a man that can interface with that other man without you having to do it. This man gets to come into your home. Let's say he got to do some plumbing in the bathroom. Now he see all your unmentionables. If you got them in there, how you living, how your stuff is set up, how your house is set up. He got to walk through. He got to come through the front door, walk through your hallway room, get to your bathroom. You know what I'm saying? He's got to see whether or not you got clean dishes or not, whether or not you keep the house clean, whether or not you keep it dirty, whether or not you keep it junky, whatever the case may be. He's now in your personal space. Okay? And you got to deal with this man. And you got to trust this man that he's not on some type of flim-flam. That he's actually coming to do his job. He's not going to steal from you. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to harm you while you and him are in your apartment by yourself with no other man. And men know when it's another man around. Single women's houses look like single women houses because it ain't no man's effects in there. I'm not married yet. I'm not married again yet. So there are no male effects in my house. There's no man's shoes at the door. You can just tell when a man lived there. And if you walked into my home, it's obviously that a woman lives here, not a man. So then you got to trust that these people that you have to invite into your home, if you're out and something's going on and you have to solicit a man to assist you, you have to trust that man. Now, usually people aren't doing anything wrong, but you could run into that one bad apple and they see the situation and try to take advantage of you in a situation. This is where the covering of men actually come from. The covering of a man is unique. The question was asked later on. I didn't keep going, but the question was asked later on that if she had a man, do she think that issue would have turned out differently? And she said, of course. Of course it would have. So y'all usually recognize the importance of having a man there. It's ironic that you don't want to submit to a man, but you submit to all the men. You don't want to submit to the one man that's going to give you the 4 P's consistently, where you don't have to solicit or pay for that to come from other men, whether you're dealing with an emergency situation or what have you. Your husband's trying to give you that consistently, so that even if you all had to solicit the outside help of some service or something like that, somebody come to, help you do something with your home or something like that, you at least have your man there that's going to interface with that other man. Because when I was married and men had to come into the home, I went into the bedroom somewhere. I was gone away unless my husband was just happened not to be there. But he tried to make sure he was always there when maintenance was scheduled or something was scheduled, where he could be there, because he didn't want men in the house with his woman and he wasn't there. Because what happens if something happened? He's still responsible. You submit everywhere. So I don't know why y'all having such a problem doing this in a relationship setting when you got to submit to everybody. I bet you didn't think about it like that, but you should. Anyway, sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host of Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.